I grew up here in North Dakota. I've been here my whole life, 58 years. My dad started me when I was 6 years old. There was a teal season, a youth teal season back in the old days. And that's where I started, got it all going, back in 1966.
First time I ever went waterfowl hunting, seriously waterfowl hunting, was went back in the day. I was about 10 years old. We went up to a big conservation area called Oakwood Bottoms, and there were mallards in there like crazy. And we just started, we waded out in there and found a little hole. And I'll never forget those ducks popping through the timber, right down through the treetops, and I was hooked. We're in central North Dakota. We're on the Missouri River, north of Bismarck, about 15, 16 miles. We started coming up here about 6 years ago because we just heard about just the number of birds up here and the lack of pressure, and it's been true. And it actually takes after an event. When we were kids, my dad would take us the day after Thanksgiving, and we'd go to Southern Illinois to do duck and goose hunt. And so I started thinking about it up here, and the day after Thanksgiving, I thought, man, it's kind of a traditional thing, and these guys all bought in, and we've been doing it ever since.
My family kind of grew up along the Illinois River, my dad's side, so just with my grandfather and his grandfather and his, I think his grandfather before that. So just at a young age, my dad took me and I fell in love immediately, I think it's just something in my blood, but just from that first time, and it's been just, I want to go even more each time, so most people would call you crazy to be out in this kind of stuff, but this is when you want to go, right?
Luckily enough, since I got in, I'm in, and hopefully I'll be in for the rest of my life. But I met Steve and Brian last year for the first time. Never seen anything like this. The number of birds that we killed in the week was incredible, and so that's what I love about it. They accepted me like they've known me forever, and and I hope to be coming back every year.
Guys I hunt with, they've become lifelong friends. Met Ryan and Keith through duck hunting. And we've all just, that's what we spend our falls and winters now hunting together, and then we come up here every Thanksgiving and hunt this river here and then we'll end up the last part of the season back to field hunting geese around our hometown.
Having these friends of mine come from Illinois and hunt here, we have so much fun. We have a little cabin back there and start a fire and have a few cocktails and whatever, and it's just an awful lot of fun. And seeing all the birds, and then the look on their faces when they shoot birds, it's second to none.
I don't know really how to describe it. I explain to some people you either love it or you hate it. My hunting experience has been on mostly lakes or in a club setting where you're not on a main river, especially in a 28-foot boat like we're in. But to go out and find a sandbar to where the birds are out in the middle of a river of this size, the fact that we can set up and work like we do with the amount of decoys that we have and the amount of birds, but just right out in the middle of the river and have them come in like we did today, and just I don't know how to describe it to anyone. You have to come and experience it.
There can be 1.5 feet of snow and 0-degree temperatures, and these birds still stay here because they can still get to that corn, and they still got safety out here on the river.
The biggest thing is probably the food source, and they grow a lot of corn here. There's a lot of irrigated cornfields, so that's probably our number one thing that keeps the birds here. They got to have food, and there's irrigated cornfields all throughout the whole river.
Freelance hunting, that's my biggest thing, whether it's at home, Canada here, you know, we're out on the Missouri River, you know, we find the birds where they're feeding, where they're resting, that sort of thing, and try to, you know, get in the middle of it. Just nothing like it, you know, the freelance aspect, it's so rewarding when it all does come together.
Probably the biggest thing, when you're young, you know, you want to kill birds, you know, but as you grow older, you get an appreciation just watching the birds. And in North Dakota, we have such a, I mean, this is the Central Flyway, heartland of the Central Flyway. So I just love it here.
I think it's as much as we appreciate the opportunity to spend the time together and add that into the memory books of the places that we've been able to do this, and have the pictures and the videos and the things that we have. They all seem to look the same, but everyone has a different story, and we can all pick it out and be able to tell you exactly what happened that day with that picture.
It's all about the conservation of it all, you know, and it's about organizations like Ducks Unlimited that put some of it back, you know, and create wetlands. And I hope that the landowners can actually stop draining wetlands and create a little more habitat instead of farming everything right to the corner of the fences, you know. If they can do that, if we can achieve that, we'll keep ducks. I hope to do it for as long as I can. You know, like my dad started me hunting a long time ago. He passed away just last year. He enjoyed this a lot too. He never did get hunting the boat, but he got me started waterfowl hunting, and we waterfowl hunted all over. A lot of fun, a lot of memories. Can't take those away.